Good morning, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience. We're so glad you're here today. Welcome to August. Can you believe it? Let's sing.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. In the right place, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be in my soul.
morning, SLC. And on our magical mystery tour of unity and world religions, we come to Taoism. I should have known that Dom owns a belt buckle with yin and yang on it. And good morning, Reverend Lisa.
Good morning, Reverend Rick. And we greet you, SLC, in the name of all that is good, all that is sacred, and all that is holy, and in the warm and loving energy of our community, Spiritual Life Center. Spiritual Life Center honors all people worshiping in temples, mosques, stone circles, churches, and the beautiful temples of nature, because we know that there is no spot that God is not. If this is your first time joining us online or in person, we especially welcome you because we know that you are not here by accident. In fact, we're all here by divine appointment. Please silence your electronic devices and refrain from flash photography during the service.
And today's daily word is believe. The affirmation is, I trust that my belief and my unbelief are enough. When Thomas says that he can't believe in Jesus' resurrection unless he touches the wounds for himself, he is describing those moments when God's infinite, eternal good seems too hard to believe. Jesus' response is instructive. He doesn't criticize Thomas's doubts or demand blind faith. Instead, he offers exactly what Thomas needs, inviting him to touch the wounds and see for himself. Jesus meets him where he is and then invites him into a deeper way of believing, one that can trust in unseen blessing. The invitation is open to me too, whether my belief is steady and confident or I long for reassurance and signs of divine presence. I trust I am divinely supported and dearly loved. And as that great sage and founder of Taoism, Lawson, said, he who trusts little is little trusted, and he who believes little is little believed. Today's daily word is believe. Let's go into prayer a moment. Dear Spirit, thank you for meeting us where we are, not condemning us, but loving us into a higher consciousness, a greater love. Thank you for our many blessings. Thank you for SLC, this incredibly wonderful spiritual community with a powerful message not just for Sacramento, but for the world beyond. And for this and so much more, we say thank you and amen and amen. And we also say our mission statement because it really does remind us of who we've come here to be, to transform lives, to make a positive difference in the world as we love, serve, and remember. And we say those 5 unity principles because, quite frankly, a lot of times when we do face the potholes of life, it's these principles and just remembering this that can get us out of the circumstance and turn us into overcomers. So let us say them together. God is absolute good everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action. And beginning of August, where are August babies? Birthday babies, please stand up.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. 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 Happy birthday to ya. Happy
There's a saying that August is the dog days, but not around, well, we love dogs, but not dog days around here. There is something still going on in August almost every day to help you on your spiritual walk. Lisa, tell us about some of them.
Well, our Wednesday is a wonderful time to join in community. It begins with our Oneness Prayer Circle with the prayer chaplains at 5:30 in the chapel. And then we continue with the community meal at 6 o'clock, which we ask you to RSVP from, and I believe it's going to be the birthday bash this week. So we'll celebrate our August birthday babies. Due to an unexpected out-of-state delay with our presenter, the Ethiopian Bible talk that was scheduled for this Wednesday has been postponed until September.
And I think it's a really important talk, and we're looking forward to it. They have 22 books of the Bible, which a lot of other places we don't have. And so it will be a very interesting discussion. But we've made, I think, something really good out of a necessity. This Wednesday at our WOW program, it's going to be the Three Stooges. Speak for yourself, Rick.
Speak for yourself, Rick.
Seriously, we have had so many people come up and talk to us about their insights from a series which we've been doing on unity and world religions. We want to have a conversation, so it will be a circle, a conversation. What have been your insights? What have been some of the nuggets that you have gained or from this series, which we still have another month, but what have been some of your insights, a talking stick and all that? I think it will be a great Wow Wednesday, so please, please, please come.
Thank you, Rick. Our World Religions series continues with a field trip to the Lion's Roar Dharma Center, and this is with the Sunday lunch connection. It'll be for lunch and a kirtan chant on Sunday, August 16th at 1 o'clock. And the spaces for this are limited, so we encourage you to sign up right away with RJ Bullen.
The gala auction has always been important, but you need auction items if you're going to have an auction. So what we're saying is see board members at the auction table in the courtyard after the service. Donations of eligible items are accepted through August 23rd. And also, while we're on the subject of the gala, sponsorship has been really, really, truly important. If you're thinking about becoming a gala sponsor, and we hope that many of you are, please see either Elaine or Patty at the hub outside afterwards. And it's going to be a wonderful gala celebration.
And we invite you all to join us and the ABC committee, who is putting on this wonderful volunteer appreciation event today at 1:15. So come on back. There's going to be a board-sponsored lunch so that we can all partake in celebrating our volunteers, which most of you are, and also, or even if you're not a volunteer, please come and support.
In economics, they always say there's no such thing as a free lunch, but you know what this is. Thank you, board, for sponsoring it, so come on back. We come together for so many reasons, and one of them is to help youth and family ministries, and we have a wonderful update on that.
And it has been a few months since our last youth and family update. Sometimes things just kind of flow along in a usual way, but we've been busy these last couple months. Our youth have been learning about world religions right along with us. And each week, we've learned about a different religion and had a craft to go along with it. And one of the things we made was these cute Ganesha figures. Our babies are growing, and here's Aaliyah dressed in last week's colors. So that's an interesting shift. And then last week, the kids learned about Islam. And Ian led the kids in making prayer rugs. But Simone had time to make a prayer shawl as well. And here's her prayer rug. But kids are creative, and Dutch turned his into a Robin Hood costume. Our Youth of Unity, our teens, just finished their world religions lessons. And in June, we joined with Unity of Sacramento's YOU chapter for our monthly Fun Friday, and they'll be coming here to SLC for Fun Friday this month, our monthly gatherings. Our What's Next young people, who are young people in their 18s to 20s, had an afternoon of spiritual fun at Folsom Lake last month, where they were able to grow and heal relationships. SLC hosted a youth and family ministries training for our volunteers last month, and we also invited others from the West Central region to join us. So people joined us from Unity of Walnut Creek and Unity of the Gold Country, in the Gold Country, for sessions that were focused on building youth and family ministry programs and also on developing curriculum for all types of learners. And it was creative and fun and inspiring. We got to meet with some new people. So right now, we're looking at ways to reach out into the community, and these include creating a sign for SLC, another banner that includes the youth classes on that sign. We're posting Instagram reels. We would like to have friends and family days. We're starting to offer childcare for specific events besides just Sunday morning. And also, Stevie Kaplinger is taking some of the What's Next young people to the National Night Out on this Tuesday for having a booth that's providing mental health resources and helping support young people in that way. So if you know families who might benefit from what we offer at SLC, please do invite them. We're really set up for it. We really appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
And I'd like to give a shout out to Reverend Lisa. I mean, under her leadership, our volunteers, thank you, but under Reverend Lisa's leadership, wow, in terms of our youth and family ministry.
Thank you.
You know, and Jesus said, to whom much has been given, much is required. Much has been given to SLC, and I think SLC is paying back. Reverend Lisa has been really helping to encourage youth and family ministry programs through New Thought and Unity communities all through Northern California. So thank you, thank you, thank you. There are many ways which SLC can help foster you in spiritual transformation. Our chaplains are out in the courtyard after the service to meet and pray with you one-on-one. There's that signboard right out there. Look and see how much is going on. Go to the hub for events. The website is really incredible too. And you know, we come here for connection. So let's show them that connection to each and every one of us right now in ways we think appropriate.
Please stay standing for our group song, Pour Yourself in Me. Let's all sing together. Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Wonderful send smile into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit. Whoa, wonderful Spirit. Whoa, wonderful
Please be seated. Oh, you already are. Now, as we prepare for our meditation, let's begin by speaking together our vision statement. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet.
Showers of grace, endless ocean of joy, pour into you, into me, washed in pure love, the sacred heart reveals, humbly to serve the supreme. As a bird sings, as the grass grows, as a dewdrop gleams, all of nature knows. Showers of grace, endless ocean of joy, pour into you, into me, washed in pure love, the sacred heart reveals, humbly to serve the supreme. As a bird sings, as the grass grows, as a dewdrop clings, all of nature knows. Showers of grace, endless ocean of joy, pour into you, into me, washed into love, the sacred heart reveals, humbly to serve the supreme. As the bird sings, as the grass grows, as the dewdrop clings, all of nature knows. Showers of grace, endless ocean of joy, pour into you, into me.
As we enter into meditation, find a comfortable position. Relax into your chair and allow your spine to rise naturally without tension. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and slowly release it through your mouth, releasing any tension you may be carrying. In this time of stillness, there is nowhere you need to go and nothing you need to accomplish. You are setting aside the world of doing to enter the realm of being. Bring your attention to your breathing. And don't try to deepen it or change its rhythm. Simply observe it. And notice how your body inhales and exhales effortlessly. You don't have to force the air to enter, and you don't have to push it out. It moves like water. The Tao Te Ching reminds us the highest good is like water. Water nourishes all things without striving. It flows to the low places that others disdain, resting in harmony with the Tao. Imagine your awareness softening like clear running water. And consider, where are you holding resistance in your life? Where may you be striving or pushing against circumstances or gripping tightly, trying to control an outcome? And with your next exhale, just visualize that tightness dissolving into the stream. Let go of the shore. Allow yourself to yield and trust that the current of life knows where it is taking you. And now shift your focus inward, beneath your thoughts and any roles you may have. Taoism speaks of Pu, the uncarved block. This is your original nature, quiet, whole, before the world shaped you with expectations and worries. As your thoughts arise, let them be like leaves floating down a river. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to push them away. Simply let them drift past and return your focus to the uncarved space at your center. Feel your quiet strength here doing nothing. In the art of effortless action, Wu Wei, let your mind become clear like still water, and let your wisdom reflect without effort. In this clearness, let us take a moment in the silence. slowly begin to expand your awareness back to our surroundings. We carry this principle with us. There is no need to force life to unfold. Everything happens in its own time. And as we align with the natural flow, we move through the day with grace, clarity, and ease. And so it is.
Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. No need to make a plan. Your heart will be your compass. Lift your sails in faith and trust that you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go
Let go of the shore. Thank you, Music Ministry, for such wonderful music during this whole series on unity and world religions. Lisa, thank you for a really wonderful meditation bringing us into Taoism. And it's really interesting if we look at the oneness symbol, the yin and the yang has such a prominent place in it. I remember when in my 20s, when I came out of my atheist agnostic stage and found I was a believer, believe it or not. I mean, believe me, having a relationship with the divine was not on my bucket list. It was blown over by several mystical experiences. Then Houston Smith's wonderful book on world religions played such, I couldn't get enough of it. Houston Smith was a professor of religion at MIT, and you would think that's the last place in the world, for Houston Smith. I think of MIT, I think it's the home of the thermonuclear microwave dog dryer, but it makes sense because after you've discovered the thermonuclear dog dryer and you have your public offering and your company, you're a zillionaire, then you start thinking, remember that old movie, What's It All About, Alfie? You start asking all those questions, and a lot of students asked those questions as undergraduates at MIT, and Houston Smith's courses were just incredibly popular. What he wrote, because I knew nothing about Taoism, and what I read about Houston Smith's description of Taoism just blew me away. He said that essentially Taoism is an attitude towards life, an approach to power. The Tao is a path or a way, and that when we align with it, like aligning with divine mind, things flow very, very well in our lives and in our community. When we don't, things start to, the train jumps the tracks very, very, very quickly. And Houston Smith also said that he felt that there were three forms of what he called Taoism. The first was, he said, was hygienic Taoism. It's the efficient use of power. We cultivate qi. Qi is that ultimate power. It's interesting, in unity, the early unity pioneers used to talk about source or substance, that there was this substance beyond the material world, but it underlied it. The interesting thing, if you're a Scrabble player and you get the cue card, you get the cue whatever, and it's towards the end of the game and all the U's are already on the board, don't worry if you can find an I, just put QI and it's recognized, meaning this power. The way this is done, this sort of hygienic Taoism, is through yoga, breath work, and internal discipline. Smith also said he felt the second form of Taoism was what he called philosophical Taoism, creative quietude. And usually that was in the form of ego reduction. And Taoism is awful lot about how we can right-size or reduce the ego. The last is what he called religious Taoism, going through certain rites, usually associated with nature. I think one way to really jump in it is to get to Lao Tzu. The word Lao Tzu means old master. He lived either in the 6th or 5th century BC. Was there really a Lao Tzu? The big argument about was there, wasn't there? If I could, and again, I'm not an expert on Chinese history, but if I could stick my 2 cents in, I bet you there really was some character, some Lao Tzu, some old master. Again, as happens, a lot of urban legends gets attached to it. Just very much in Judaism, was there a Joshua? Well, a big argument among historians now. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a chieftain, but again, legends get glommed on, and as it were. But anyway, the story is that he was the keeper of the royal library, the archivist, during the Zhou dynasty in the 5th or 6th century, and things were falling. Better days had been seen by this dynasty. It was a period where you could start seeing political decay and rot coming in. And finally, Lao Tzu said, "I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this. I'm getting out of here." So he hops on a water buffalo, and he starts heading out. He's going to go west. He's going to live, in the mountains, and that's going to be his life. As he is leaving, one of the guards noticed who's leaving, and he said, "Whoa, where are you going? Why are you doing this?" Lao Tzu explains, and the guy tries to convince him not to. He can't convince Lao Tzu not to. But then he finally says, "Well, would you write a book? Would you write down your wisdom before you leave?" And Lao Tzu says, "Sure, I'll be glad to do it." Goes off, and roughly around 3 or 4 days later, comes back, gives the guard a book, and this book turned out to be what has been called the Tao Te Ching, The Way and Its Power. The Way and Its Power. The Tao is, as outlined in this book, is a nameless and unseen, or really an unnameable force that flows through all things. It is natural order of the cosmos, which cannot strictly be defined in words. And we come to that opening sentence, which I'd like to spend some time on, in the Tao Te Ching. The way you can mention is not the way. The way you can mention is not the way. Or the way the actual way is much greater than any way that you can mention. It gets me very much to Joseph Campbell, that great modern teacher of mythology. Joseph Campbell said that very similarly, that the divine is much greater than whatever can be said. I mean, whatever is coming out of my mouth is but a pale reflection of what the divine actually is. And so Joseph Campbell said that essentially what we're doing is we're making what he called masks of God. Masks of God. So now you think theological wars. We're killing people over my mask is better than your mask. You have to take my mask on, take your mask off. The Apostle Paul, very much, I think, echoed a lot of this when he said in the book of Acts about the divine. It's in whom we live, move, and have our being. The Tao and unity's concept of divine mind or substance all point to an ultimate generative reality. And the big difference, I think, somehow between a lot of things in the West and Lao Tzu and Taoism is how personal, how knowable, how think-like that reality can be understood. The Tao existed before heaven and earth. All came out of it. It is not a person. It is not a personal deity. Both Taoism and unity affirm a single underlying reality that gives rise to phenomenon and is present in all phenomenon and everything that exists. Both see harmony with this ultimate reality as key. When you are in harmony with it, things flow well. And when you're not, the train goes off the tracks. I think the key difference between, and not just unity, but how a lot of times we in the West have tended to view it, and this Eastern expression of it is it personal or impersonal? Is it personal or impersonal? And I would like to throw in, I think, to help understand this, the thoughts of a modern spiritual thinker who's many of us have gained a lot from, and that's Ken Wilber. Ken Wilber writes about what he calls the three faces of God, that God has many faces all at the same time. There's which is very common in the West, the you face, where it's almost like the relationship with another person. It is Martin Buber's I, thou, I, you. It's having this relationship which you can have with a you. There is the I face of God, the sort of seeing it immanent within me. I think unity does a good job on this. That I am, seeing that I am force, that divine spark within. But the third face is the third person, it or its. It's an impersonal force. And this is, what I talked about non-theism. And I think many people who are going to be interested in places like SLC will be interested in very much in sort of this Taoist expression of this ultimate reality. Again, Star Wars is probably one of the most famous modern, may the force be with you, but it's not something which you can have a personal relationship with. It's not a Martin Buber I thou type of relationship. I would, if I could stick my 2 cents in on this, and I truly do believe in an ultimate reality. And again, as a theist, I believe in an ultimate reality which upholds certain principles. The first principle is what I would call the Burger King principle. Remember Burger King? Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us. That spirit, there is a Tao or divine mind or substance that will come to you in a form which will best help you to potentially evolve your spiritual consciousness. Since it's coming to you as, like Joseph Campbell talked about, as a mask, it will come to you in a mask which will best help you. And the mask that will best help RJ is not the same mask that will best help Brenda. So it should not be surprising, and I don't mean to pick on either of you, it should not be surprising that the mask will come differently. I was an only child and desperately wanted an older brother. I fantasized, I always realized it was fantasy, but I fantasized an older brother to the point of, like, I would go to the schoolyard and there was a strike zone painted on the brick wall of the school. I fantasized that Derek, my older brother, was teaching me how to throw a curveball in. I always knew it was a fantasy and all that. But one day in meditation, I felt very strongly Spirit saying to me, I am the older brother that you have always longed for. I am the older brother you have always longed for. And so that image of God as divine or Spirit as brother has been very important to me. But take Mike over here. Mike has had the older brother from hell from day one, and still in his his older brother still is the older brother from hell. Do you think God is going to come to him as in the form of brother? No, it will come in a mask or come in a form that will best help him. I think our reading today from the Daily Word was so important on this. I mean, Thomas says, I'm not going to believe until I can stick my fingers in the wounds and the flesh and all that. What's Jesus' answer to this? You idiot, you unbelieving it. No, he comes and says, that's what you need. Come on, Thomas. Come on, stick your hands in. Do you want to do carbon dating? Come on, do carbon dating or whatever you wanted. Coming at the level which Thomas, but Thomas's reaction was, oh my God, I don't need, I believe, in Jesus then saying, blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. In other words, I believe very strongly that the divine will come to us in a form which best suits us to grow spiritually. And don't be surprised if that, you're a theist for 2 years and then something happens and by God, you're now into non-theism or whatever, to expect that will change. Because I believe that God will also supports a very second principle, and that I call the Aretha Franklin principle. What's that? What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, honey, I know you got it. All I'm asking is a little RESP, anyway. But I would say there's a third principle involved, whether it's theism, non-theism, or whatever, and that I call the Nat King Cole principle. And what's the Nat King Cole principle? L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V, very extraordinary. E, even more than a love. Whether it's theism, non-theism, whether it's whichever Burger King form you take, if it is not a loving voice, it is not a loving, supportive voice, fire that SOB and get, I don't care whether you're higher powers, little green men trying to sell you life insurance. I mean, if it's not a loving vision and a supportive vision, fire that and get one that, that truly is. And so I think Taoism, really does hit the nail on the head. However we can express it and write it or say it, it's but a mask. Even the Sermon on the Mount, even St. Francis's prayer, is but a mask of the ultimate divine, which is so much more than anything we can say, and probably anything more than we with our human minds can comprehend. The second thing, and Lisa started bringing up, which I think is so important from Taoism, is that concept of Wu Wei, of non-doing, doing, that a lot of times you can't force it. You can't, you try to force the door open, and it just will not, it will not open whatsoever. There are other times where all you have to do is take a feather to the door, and the door just sort of magically opens. One of my mentors was a woman by the name of Reverend E.J. Niles. She was the minister of Unity of Fairfax, my old home church, for many years. And we were hoping that perhaps Unity Institute and Seminary would let her be an adjunct and teach several courses and things like that. And she went out there to ask to just be an adjunct professor there. They turned to her and said, "EJ, we'd love it if you would chair our biblical studies department." We couldn't have forced that. I mean, it was that kind of thing which just happens. So I think from Wu Wei is that there are a lot of things which you just literally can't force. But what you can do, and it's very much like quantum mechanics. In quantum mechanics, it's not the electron is here and we or there or whatever. What we're talking about is probabilities. You can do things which will increase the probability that something will happen. If you're looking for a long-run, deeply committed relationship, maybe going to the roller derby is not where it's going to it's going to happen for you. You can do things which will increase the probability of it happening, but understanding that probably there's no way that you can force this, and this non-doing doing I think is really important. Yin and yang, of course, balance and harmony. That the universe is made up of completely, a lot of times complementary, opposing forces, light and dark, active and passive, feminine and masculine, and that we need this type of balance or middle way. Let me give an example. I think all too often, guys, let's face it, when we start hearing women talking about the divine feminine, we think, well, that's a woman's group, and that's not for us or whatever. The divine feminine is very much important, I think, to us men, and something which we really need to be so involved of. And I think that yin-yang is truly, truly important. Taoism also emphasizes something called ziran, or naturalness. So it is the spontaneousness, the authenticity, the natural way. For example, when Jesus first washed the feet, it was a society where, you're standing on holy ground, take off your shoes. When we went to the mosque, you're going into the sanctuary, take off your shoes. We don't tend to be that way. So nowadays, if you see, usually it comes, the Thursday before Easter, and you see a lot of the ceremonies of the washing of the feet. It is so lacking. It's there, but it's so lacking any meaning or what it originally had. And getting into that spirit, and as we start living in this naturalness, we start finding that key, that power, that force starts honestly, truly growing. There's a wonderful story about Confucius and Lao Tzu. Confucius, in the story, came to the royal library, And he starts asking Lao Tzu about the proper conduct of a gentleman. And Confucius starts talking, well, I think, the gentleman should blah, 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 blah. And Lao Tzu responds and says, all your talk about benevolence and righteousness is very fine, but when you decorate a room too richly, people stop looking and seeing the beams that are really holding up the room in the first place. Confucius left, shaking his head, and he was asked by some people, how did it go with Lao Tzu? And Confucius said, Lao Tzu is like a great dragon. You can't predict where a great dragon or Lao Tzu will go. I can't tell you whether he'll rise into the clouds or plunge into the depths of the sea. Meanwhile, Lao Tzu returned to his scrolls more convicted than ever that there was a simpler and older way than the tangled systems humans keep on inventing. Later generations would look back at the old master and say that he planted a seed or a way of living that trusts a deeper pattern of reality, more than pop wisdom, more than rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, as it were. It reminds me very much of a story that Bruno Walter used to tell. Bruno Walter was a conductor. My parents always said, he was the great conductor who brought out feeling. And I remember we had this wonderful long-playing record of Bruno Walter conducting the Vienna Philharmonic, playing Beethoven's Sixth Symphony. But Bruno Walter said that when he was a young man living in Vienna, and this is around the early 1900s, he used to think, what are we, the artists, and he'd be an artist, he was a good friend of Gustav Mahler, we're in these artist circles and all this, what are we in comparison to the dukes and the duchesses and the military generals and the political leader? We're really just flotsam and jetsam, we're really nothing. But then he said, as he grew up, he realized that in Vienna there were these street sweeping machines, these sort of like Mannheim steamrollers, come clanking through this town square, making a lot of noise. They had everybody's attention. They'd shoot water, and all the dirt would fly up in the sky, and they had everybody's attention. The street sweepers would leave the town square. All the dirt would just fall back exactly where it was before, and in 20 minutes, everybody forgot that the street sweeper was even in the town square to begin with. But then Bruno Walter said, but the artists, the spiritual leaders, the thinkers, the philosophers who I thought had no real power or anything else like that, they were really the ones that were changing society and really moving us forward. Taoism says that often the most transformative teaching does not shout from the centers of power. Instead, it walks quietly to the margins and leaves small, enigmatic books like the Tao Te Ching for us to read. I suggest that we stop looking at the street sweepers, which are shooting the dust up and just letting it fall exactly where it was before. And we start really studying and reading those enigmatic little books like the Tao Te Ching. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Reverend Rick, for that wonderful introduction to Taoism. Helps us to find our own balance within our own spiritual path. Next week, we'll be visiting Jainism and Sikhism, and I'll be giving the talk, and we'll have music by Bejan and Soul Light Connection. We'd like to acknowledge our newcomers now, and especially if you're watching us online, you can go to slcworld.org and click on the Connect button and fill out the welcome card there, which will not only let us know that you're watching, but also let us keep you informed as to what's happening at SLC. For any newcomers in person today, our ushers have a welcome card for you to fill out, and you can take that to the welcome table in the courtyard, and you'll receive a shell lei, so that when we see you wearing it, we can recognize you and greet you and individually. So if you're here for the first time, will you please raise your hand? We're all family. So, and so now we have an opportunity to support SLC, our wonderful spiritual cooperative. There are so many opportunities in different ways to help support Spiritual Life Center. You can text SLC Love to 44321, use the QR code that we have on the screen, or you can go directly to our website and click the donate button. You can also mail in your love offering. And we'd love to see you in person, but if your preference is the online experience, please do join our community by subscribing. You can offer your thoughts in the chat and leave a like or share in your journey with us. And now let us join in our offering blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
Though I may see 10,000 joys,
Dear Spirit, thank you for all the prayers in our prayer box and prayers on people's hearts. Help them to know that overcoming power that can help them meet any challenge and be overcomers. Thank you for all the investments that are made into this ministry in time, treasure, and talent. For this and so much more, we say thank you and amen and amen. Please stand. We're going to say the prayer for protection, sing the reconciliation song. Then there's going to be wonderful, wonderful music. And please join us in the courtyard for fellowship, and also this afternoon for the free lunch, and also for the celebration of our volunteers. So let's say that wonderful prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well. Bye.